Okay, I think we're live now, and yes, we're live. Well, the title says reading, but actually I'm reading aloud. If it's reading, then it probably should be very different. I'm reading on paper. I think I'm going to read for about half an hour and then probably play something. Yeah, I may skip something because I'm not interested in, probably not interested in everything that the paper has to say, just something, so yeah. So, constraint programming operates in terms of specialized constraints, from basic ones such as arithmetic to high-level global constraints. A solver which handles a model's high-level structure in terms of global constraints can take advantage of this knowledge in different ways. Okay, basically if you don't know how to do the specific one, then it decomposes to the more basic ones, and the current MIP technology lacks a modeling language. Okay, so it's like it's always like decomposed. We consider automatic linearization of CP models, producing good quality MIPS. Yeah, meaning it's going to be translated to a lower level language, and then yeah, it's now supported by 20 solvers. Cities or even local solvers. Okay, they're basically introducing this thing, and I have to say I haven't used all of this yet, so I don't know. Our vision that many things become accepted, yes. I don't think I'm so interested in this part. I'm not making the thing, so yeah. The MIP solvers had some success, but they didn't appear competitive on most of the challenge benchmarks. Because that's a kind of an optimization problem. I guess this assignment problem and like network are more like optimization. And yeah, because Minion kind of speaks CPs more naturally in a lot of cases. And yes. In automatic reformulation, it's up to the modeling system to provide efficient translation. Okay, so this paper is trying to provide a more efficient one for MIP because like it should perform a lot better, but no, it's not. Yeah, this is introducing some other like previous literature which I don't know, so I kind of skip over all of this. Among the basic nonlinear constraints, we consider domain constraints, restricting an integer variable to take values in a specified set, both in static as well as reified version. Okay. Such constraints can appear on their own in a model or be produced by the decomposition of other nonlinear constraints, such as disjunction, array element access. Okay, disjunction is actually nonlinear. Yes. I mean, array element access. Yes, that's also nonlinear. And many others. Well, from my knowledge, MIP is really like I don't know, really strong in a lot of ways, just not in others. So I guess this area is like very commonly used, but somehow MIP are not that good. I kind of wonder, like I don't know, maybe I don't know linear algebra that well. I know it can do things, but I don't know how fast the problem is. So yeah. Or like you can prove it that you can do things. That's the strong part. Okay, so let's provide an overview of the redefinition mechanism and just see how they are doing it, I guess. Okay, this is like small. Small is comparing two values. It's comparing m, and m is like a given integer, and y is a variable. So yes, either y is less or equal to m, or negative m is less or equal to y. Okay, It's not a small that I would understand, but yes. And there's another predicate that B is going to be equal to if U is like small, has this like small relationship with X. Constraint that 4. Okay, so U is equal to 4, and this is false. And this is V. So V should be either larger than M or like smaller than negative. No, it's larger than larger than 4 or smaller than negative 4. Okay, I mean that's kind of absolute values more. Okay, that's absolute value. Codable constraints as the well known or different are also specified as predicates. Okay, yes. When the model is compiled for specific solver, the frontend looks for a solver-specific redefinition. Otherwise, you just decompose it. Okay, you just decompose it to be a bunch of comparisons for different. However, the solver can provide its own redefinition. Yes. The translated model is converted to the low-level FlatSync format and can be passed to the solver. Okay, so there is a way to make it more efficient for given solver. So this all different is like, let me think about it. Array of set 1. Okay, for all j in set 2, the sum of something in set 1 equal to. Oh, okay, so like none of them is equal, because if anyone is equal, then it would be equals to 1, and the only one should be equal is the same one. Like you should always get the x of I when it is equal to j, then it should get 1. And this is the linear. This is the way to make it linear. Okay, I think that's a lot better than the previous like not equal to, because not equal to is basically 0, but you want to make it, the way to make it linear is actually to make 0 and 1s instead of like not equal to. Yes. Okay, that works. And the redefinition. Okay, so this is basically the. Okay. Well, I haven't really used it, or it's not really my it's not really my task to work with that. Maybe sometime I'll encounter it. Consider an assignment problem. Natural CP model is okay. So there's a bunch of workers, bunch of tasks, and value. I don't know, like I'm not sure if the value what does the value mean, but anyway. But basically you want to make the task. Okay, yeah, you want to. Oh, okay. This is set window. Okay. So yeah, you are going to distribute the task probably all to different workers, and you want. Okay, so this value is kind of a weighted value, like how maybe like how good a worker is like how good is a worker at a given task, that kind of thing, and you want to maximize the sum. Okay. So how would that thing be linearized? So why is that a 0 to 1? Okay, yes, this is a way to linearize it, because you can always assign it to 0, 1, and 0 means it got the task, and 1 0 means it didn't get the task, and 1 means it gets it. I do feel like this is not only MIP, this is also SAT. Right. I feel like this could all this kind of like 0-1 could also work for SAT. But maybe SAT has a better version, doesn't need it, so anyway. Okay. And task. less than equal to 1, yes. And this is okay. And yes, this is a way to, yes. And MIP solver is very good at this, like maximum matching algorithm. Oh my god, this is what I should be very familiar with actually. It's making me want to laugh actually. The challenge for this automatic linearization is to ensure that the natural CP model of results is being sent to the MIP solver so that we can make use of that. Yeah. But I mean, this is not necessarily flat thing. This is you're tuning the model to fit the MIP solver. I would say this is like the way to tune it. Like this is the way for CP model to work, and this is the way for MIP solver to work. Like it's a very, I don't know. I don't think it's over tuning it, but it's a very smart way to tune it. I just don't know where we draw the line because, well, maybe because I don't know how good MIP is in this kind of. I know it's supposed to be good, but I don't know like is it a lot better than CP? I'm not sure. Especially, I'm not sure for larger, like for larger instances, is it still better? I'm not sure about that. For the objective function, should into standard array access provided by. Oh, okay. So actually, MIP speaks element. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know MIP speaks like element more naturally. Well, yeah, okay, so that's the part like array access. Like element is array access for MIP. Okay, that makes sense because I know like element is it's not needed in a lot of solvers at least, but I guess it's needed here. Note that the binary variable representing the equality is reused. Okay. However, we have an instance of a 3D orthogonal packing model. I don't know what's that. But it's probably very good. Okay, another example, tour guide allocation. Oh my god, I think I'm seeing like matching algorithms everywhere. Yes. For a set of planned tours, we need to minimize the total number of guides, as well as the travel cost of guides between these tours. That's the matrix travel costs containing the travel cost between tours, and the 4-column matrix tour containing day, duration, start and end location. And this variable array describes successors. Okay, so the total number of planned tours. Yeah, it's an integer, and that's 4 columns. Okay, give names to them, and yeah, this is number of locations. Well, okay, tour is just a form kind of describing what all the different tours are. It's a 2D array. And the next one, the travel cost. Okay, the travel cost is literally the travel cost from all these different locations, and successor is like, is it the first tour of the guide or second, third, that kind of order. The last tour is the end tour with 0 distances to, okay. This ensures that in optimum no 2 tours have the same successor different from end. Okay, the total travel cost is the sum of the costs traveling from the end of each tour to the start of its successor. And what is that? The sum, total travel cost is sum of all. Okay, the number of tours. The travel, I hate this array. Well, it's basically to get from this place to next place, so this is kind of, it's a messy way to like represent it, but yeah. The nested matrix element access is going to be changed to element, so it's okay. And another array of decision variable is the first tour. It tells how many tour guides are to be used. It does that by selecting certain tours to be the first tour on some tour guide sequence of duties, and then every tour must have a tour guide. Okay. So this is again an array with length. Okay, so it's like for almost all the tours, you can make it either be a first tour or not. For all except one tour, this first tour. Well, like it should be a first tour, and well, or there exists some other tour that has a successor, so it doesn't have to be a first tour anymore. I think that's basically what it means. Like it's either a first tour or it's not. So we just to make sure that we have covered all like tours here, like because we cannot skip anyone. Yes. Okay, so decision t is equal to. This is going to be wait, please don't use like double equal to. I don't know. I just hate it when I see like this double equal to is when it's in a mathematical context. Like I can see it in your like programming context, but don't want to see it in a mathematical context anyway. Yeah, it is a double equal to, but I just anyway. Using either decomposition. Okay, I don't know how to do it, but I guess if it's just Boolean, then it's not too hard to do it. I mean, you can make it. Yeah, you can basically convert it. So, finally, the successor must have a start date that's greater than equal to the start date of the last one plus duration. Okay, that's a very straightforward one. I'm just not going to read through it. And every tour must have exactly one tour guide. Means that for almost all the tours, the first tour plus the what does it mean? Oh, okay. So it's like if the previous if there's a previous torrent called T2, then it's well, there are basically two cases. One is like T is a first tour. If T is a first tour, then this is 1. You don't need to evaluate the second term. If T is not a first tour, then this first term is this 0, and the second term should be 1, so that it has a valid previous tour. Okay. Example is 25 locations with 41 tours. Okay, so CP is not doing so well in this. Previously, it was necessary to. Okay, is it automatic? I'm just not sure if it's automatic. It doesn't look automatic at all. It feels like you really like. It feels like the model knows what he's doing and he's like really doing the 0 and 1. So I don't know how this could be automatic, but anyway. Well, like if the previous ones are all like flat sync already, then it is automatic. But otherwise, well, maybe they're just too readable to make me feel like it's automatic. It's just I can't understand it, so I feel like it's somewhere on there. So because I cannot read the compiled version of most of the stuff, or I just cannot understand why they need to be there. So I'm not that good at reading the very low level code. So. Okay, so some basic principles by Big M. Given a linear constraint E smaller than 0 in disjunction with a Boolean B, that E smaller than 0 or B is basically not B implies that E smaller than 0. Yes, that's basically what or means. then if m is the largest possible value, value linear expression E can take. This can be expressed using the linear constraint E is less than or equal to m times b. Oh, okay, so this is a way to actually, like, by bounding E, you actually, I mean, E is most likely bounded if you just use a very large number, so yeah, this is a very smart way to do it, I guess, because yeah, this is a very smart way to convert or. For example, yeah, not equal to is very nasty in MIP, I think. But you can actually, yeah, you can actually break it into two inequalities, like two, well, basically x less than y or x larger than y. So that's the two inequalities here, and you introduce it by introduce a b here, and yeah, you just make the left side b and the right side not b, and if they range from 0 to 10, then you can set the b to be okay. So you can choose 11, and 11 is good enough. That's basically the upper bound of any of these variables in this case. Okay, that's why the well, that's why the range are nice. Like having a range that's not in is very nice. Linearization of complex constraints. Okay. Replacing this with the big M. Yes, this is a very, very smart thing to do. And actually, you can do big M for almost all the. Yeah, like if this like expression is linear, then you can always find a big M. Given that every variable has a range, you can always do it. Consider the model on the left. Using big M, we can linearize the. Okay, so x is between 0 and 10, and if x less than 4, then it's beta 1. If larger than 7, then it's beta 2. So you kind of make the x minus 4 equals to, okay. Oh, this is like a lot of I don't know how to say it, but this is like a lot of very smart linear algebra operations. Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm reading that fast, but it's but I think I kind of read a lot faster than the Euro. So yeah. Or it's like if I don't read aloud, I kind of go through a lot of things feeling like I don't have to read them. So that's a nice part, I guess. Linearization with okay. Coding of the DOM. What is that? I don't know what is that. Let me continue. Is to introduce a binary variable b of x over k for each value k in the domain of x. What is this for? The correspondence between the binary variable and the original integer variable can be enforced by the linear constraint. Oh my god. No, it's just this is literally a matrix. I don't know why they don't write it as a matrix. It is a matrix. Come on. Okay. So it is preferred because it has a. I don't know what that means. There are many constraints with a batch transform, including all different element and inverse multiplication of variables, and some others. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I kind of understand all different how to do it, and I understand inverse maybe inverse you can do it, but I don't know why element like array access can be done this way. Have this tight reformulation using common sub-expression elimination. They are so hard to read this word. To achieve a tight MIP model without duplicate variables and constraints. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, I think this is some very like mechanism kind of stuff which I am not familiar with. To introduce them, we use the function. What? I think this part is a part that I either don't understand enough to appreciate it, or it's just not. I haven't seen anything like this, so I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't even know which areas to. Yeah, let's just skip over this side. I will be just like talking nonsense if I try to understand this part. But it can be information loss. For example, x is not equal to and y not equal to x. Okay, why is it this way? I don't understand. Why do you do it like z? Is this a like differentiation kind of prime? I just don't understand why the z and the prime and the double prime. It doesn't feel like differentiation. Well, anyway, I don't understand it, and I don't want to like guess it wrong. So let's just skip it. The decomposition predicates int times. Okay. XY is, oh my god, okay. That is why the multiplication looks so bad in this, like using this. Or equivalently using the element. Okay, that's why it looks so non-linear. In the case of a small product and no variable domain having the form of 0, okay. Experiments prove that it is advantageous to use the following alternative. So if it's 1, then it means that okay, but why is yeah, I don't think I understand it fully. I just know this is a way to make it like a very linear combination of it. I just don't understand the logic of requiring both of them to be 1 so that you can do all the multiplications. I mean, when you have it's not like continuous because it's all integers, but if it's continuous in an integer way, then it might be good to do it, I guess. But I don't know exactly how the logic works. Okay, let's continue. Linearization of domain constraints. Critical class of constraints is domain constraints. Okay. So we understand any of the following. X in S. Okay, where S is a finite set and beta is a Boolean variable. Yeah, it's either static or reified, so I don't think it matters here. This class of constraint generalize some other nonlinear constraints, such as comparisons with a constraint. Static and reified. Okay. Yes, because I mean only of the two letters the equal to and the reified. Yes, because if it's just like equal to or just less than equal to, that's very linear. It doesn't need to transform anything. Moreover, comparisons between the two variables can be transformed to constraints. Yes, the main constraint can be straightforwardly. Well, that's the previous part, and I really don't understand it that well. So let's continue. Can introduce a lot of auxiliary variables. Yes. We propose a refined domain structure as follows: that acting as be a constraint of the form for A. That the following list, like the minimum of n, where s is equal to integer intersects the liui. What does the... I cannot read like SL of S. Like I keep thinking about the group, but it's not the group. I know it has nothing to do with it. I cannot. Well, it's not the group, but it's like the determinant where. Anyway, it's messing with my brain a lot. I just don't understand what kind of thing it is. The notation is so. Be the smallest list of integer bounded intervals covering S and including no other integer values. What? This is the smallest like integer covering X? No, not covering S. Wait. Okay. I think I didn't understand the I equals to. Okay, I didn't understand that part. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It's just my mind is totally in like different areas of math, so I don't read this notation correctly at all. Okay. I was like, what kind of product is that? Anyway. Then X in S can be transformed into... Okay, it's between the lower bound and the upper bound of each interval. And the sum is 1. Yes. System 7 generates the encoding and... Okay. This is a way to transform the domain constraints. That's nice. Can be seen as a disjunction. I don't know what that means. However, we are not aware any previous results. Anyway, I don't understand this. We propose a single domain refinement, which can be used to decompose all the domain constraints on a given variable as well as though some dependent variables. For the model of Fig 1, considering the following list. Okay, so I don't even understand what the bracket means. Like, this is basically 0 to 10, right? What is... Oh, yes, okay. Oh, okay, I see. I'm like, yes. So this is like, you are dividing the interval into 3 areas. The first area has beta 1 equals to 1. And the second area... well, the first area has beta 1 equals to 1, beta 2 equals to 0, and the second area has both of them 0. The third one has 0, 1. That makes sense. I'm like, this is basically 0 to 10. What are we doing here? Okay, so you can linearize that using... Yeah, so basically beta 1 is the... is at B1 and beta 2 is at B3. So you can make beta 1 and beta 2 both be 0.75. Oh. 0.75. Oh, okay, because the range is both of them is 4. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, this is this is so nice and smart. Yeah. Without orthogonality for a given variable, we have exactly one static domain and several verified constraints. Okay. So given this integer variable and all its domain constraints, define the unified domain refinement. Oh, I have to use this kind of notation, don't we? Okay. As the list of isolated intervals of the set. I'm not trying to understand it because I feel like understanding it is a waste of time in some way. Yeah, yeah, the SL is just not something that I want to get into, I think. Note that the encoding represents a special case of domain refinement, namely it is equivalent to system 7 based on the degenerating tool list. So, we have a first theorem in the 10th page. Okay. A nice way to start the paper, I guess. For an integer variable x, the system 7 based on the integer list correctly inheritors the static constraint. 9a, what is 9a? Oh, okay, it's within the range. For each of them, it is correctly linearized by the following equation. So, beta j is the sum of b of like something like that's between the lower and upper bounds in that. Well, that's. Well, I mean, beta j can be a lot more complicated, but if it's one, then it's just one of them. If it's all, then it's disjoint. It's disjoint union of them. So it's like intuitively, it's making a lot of sense. I just don't want to read through the SL. The SL is like really I don't know. So theorem 2, for integer variable x with domain constraints, the continuous relaxation of decomposition. So like I don't know what that means. Are equally strong in terms of the high-level variables. Well, the first, yeah, this is like the sum of all the bi's, but that's just a way of representing the SL as. I don't even see them as different things. I mean, well, their proof is certainly a lot more rigorous, but for me, I don't even see them as different things. They're certainly the same thing because you basically derive one from another, and you give another equation to derive that another to the first one. So. Yeah, this is an if and only if proof, but okay. I know, writing this proof is so much more difficult than what I am talking about here. But well, I don't want to say intuitively because you can never intuitively prove anything. But how could this not be the case? Okay, dependent variables. When there's a set of variables that are pairwise linearly dependent, if at least one of them has such encoding, then you can use it for all the others. Yes. Otherwise you can project all of them onto just one of them. Really. Why would you project the domain constraint to only one of the... I don't know. The unification procedure was implemented as a post-processing step. Okay, so now it's using it. And that's nice. And global constraint decompositions. Okay, how does MIP does that? Most of them? Okay. Producing tight linear formulations, so they're good enough, I guess. For a few constraints where the default one are not MIP efficient, we have implemented other formulations. Okay, so we have it. I mean, it's up to the models to use them, I guess. Yeah, you can do it for all different, and you can do inverse also. The constraint all different except 0 is a simple variation, and much more pleasing than the constraint programming decomposition. So all different 0 is for every j that is not 0. Okay, I mean you're just union union 0 here, so yes. The table constraint. Okay, the table constraint is encoded by defining auxiliary 0, 1 variables. Okay, and then equating that to a... This is a direct extension of the element encoding minus the index element. And you do cumulative limiting the total amount of things. It can be used to express all different. Okay, but why would you use cumulative to express all different? I don't understand. I think cumulative is a lot more complicated than all different. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a way that it can be done, but I just don't understand the point. Like, in what circumstances you need the cumulative to express all different? Yeah, like the time decomposition and task decomposition. But you cannot do cumulative effectively here because the number of variables resulting from. Oh, okay, yes. The time decomposition of cumulative is currently default. Okay, so it looks like they haven't found the right one yet. Maybe they'll find it someday. I hope they find it. And circuit and subcircuit takes an argument vector x, where xi equals to the successor of node I. And you just want one cycle of that. It had no special translation for them, resulting in the usage of standard decompositions. Okay, so this is like order of something. You see, okay, where order of I is the order of node I in the subcircuit. The order of excluded node is not constrained. Yeah, it's just like the first expression is not good at all. Okay, I mean they haven't talked. Well, these are the constraints that they couldn't find a way to do, I guess. Regular is the most difficult. But is regular. Why is regular not the same as table? Why? Well, I mean they haven't found a very good one for table either, I guess. Why is. Is it because you I don't know, maybe the regular doesn't fit into, like the type cannot fit into table, you cannot assign anything to it. I guess that's why, but I'm not sure. Yeah, because you cannot map the. Oh, okay. So they kind of treats. Oh yes. Regular is not equal to table in this kind of usage. Specialized propagation algorithm for irregular constraint of graph of achievable physical states for each step called layered graph. Yes, I was thinking about that too. Like it's basically a finite state machine. Yeah, that makes sense. Like why wouldn't it do it as a graph path finding problem? Feels like a path finding problem could work. Experiment to validate. Okay, I guess this part I couldn't really. So I mean, they did the experiment, so I'm just going to read through the result. Naturally, these instances are advantageous for the solvers proven on the very same test set. Okay, the test is 3. Multipath suggested that I don't even. Well, yeah, it's basically timing, some very nice timing, I think. Report, so let's see which one. So it's either optimal, feasible but not optimal, satisfied, proven, infeasible, not flattened, fail. Oh, okay, I hope. I haven't seen a solver crash, I hope I never see one. Yeah, so how are they doing? Okay. From my experience, I feel like Chuft is a very good one. Groovy is also a very good one. That's what I felt. I mean, there's like CP lags. I don't know what that one is. The linear solver successfully find and Groovy exposed to. Yes. Even the free MIP solver CPC is helpful support noise developers. Okay. Non-response free and give results on nearly half of the instances. Sometimes CPC sometimes succeeds where the challenge solvers fail. Okay. Groovy outperformed Java over. Yeah, I mean Groovy is certainly the very good one. Now that it shows complementary strengths in contrast with the challenge solvers. Given a Newman model, that's okay. Yeah, the work has been done. Yeah, okay. The results show that you can actually do it. Like if you make them linear, they are actually very good. The problem is how to make them linear, I guess. And there are still a lot of constraints that you cannot make linear. I mean, I feel like every one of them are very powerful solvers. So this is pretty good for. Okay, well, I can't imagine actually finish it in like 46 minutes. I don't even understand what I'm doing. Well, I mean, before I read this, I certainly don't understand. I think now I understand a lot better. I know what's good and what's not good, so that's nice. Let's actually do Not for Broadcast. I want to do Elden Rings, but I feel like not playing Not for Broadcast for a week, I'm going to forget everything and make me feel like even more stressed when I eventually play. Yeah. Let me.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines.
Sorry. Okay. Well, I think if I were to read it by myself, I wouldn't make it that fast, so this is good. I'm going to use the bathroom for a bit. Okay, today is Sunday afternoon. Wow, I don't even know if our family can have that. Okay. We head into the pantry, just enjoying ourselves, and oh, we actually have some homemade cake. That's nice. Okay, we're just having the nice cake with partner. Okay. Oh my god, our son is back from their revolution. Oh, really big news. He's a member of the first year of Frisian Camp. Oh, okay. I mean, this is not very nice, but it's like nothing good will come out of it if we just discourage him. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on that well, so I don't want to just kind of, yeah. I think I don't want to discourage him. Sign of things to come. Okay. Shopping. Okay. What's going on here? It's because of a checkpoint. Oh no, I don't have my passport. Yeah, I don't have one. I mean, I feel like I'm just getting groceries, but I don't want to get into trouble here because this is not good if I turn down now. Like if there are worse things to come, then I have to. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nothing is that positive. I'm forced to do this anyway. Even if I feel so better, there's no way to change it. And I have to. I don't know. I think I have to also do it for the family, I guess. The channel 1 is a mandatory working event. Okay. I don't know. I kind of just don't want to do this to Sam. I mean, things are not good anyway. Like, there's no way to make these things good. Like whatever. Oh, I'm not that good at my job and just feel so bad for Sam. Like, why would I do this to her? Okay. I don't even know my partner is not here with me. This kind of event feels like you could bring a plus one. Yeah. Made it. Okay. This is a very fancy place. Award and speeches. Okay, I'm just here for free food and anyway, I'm just here for free food and free wine, I guess. Yeah, very expensive one. Yes, that's okay, Advance is sponsoring this year's gala. And also the Prime Minister are here. Oh my god. I hope I didn't do too bad. Well, yeah, I want to make some quick praise. Like, what's the use for like thanking Dave for being in the country? Do I still want to be here? like if I want to be here, I better not stay the second scene. I feel like I should have stayed home with my wife if I were to play the second scene. Okay, could you just like kind of give me a grace of some kind? It's like. Yes. I know some people are going to be mad because I shouldn't do it, but yes. I don't think there is the next one, and I hope there isn't. Okay, we are back to the channel. Oh, it's summer. Is that going on again? Like the thing last year?
Your boss. Now that we have this newfangled Tannoy system up and running, I wanted to take the opportunity to remind you all that we value
I don't even know what's
productivity
that.
and attention to detail above all other concerns. Also, that the salami sandwich in the fridge is mine and mine alone.
What?
Bozeman out.
Okay, anyway. What?
Genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is. Our gun-toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
Okay, this are the 3 ads.
So, got any actual real news tonight?
Well, the world's on
Oh, we
fire.
only have
That good
6
enough for you?
seconds
Going
anyway.
in 5, 4,
But first,
3.
let's go over to Jeremy Donaldson.
Please.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust
What's the
and
difference
punitive
between-
sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters, a short
I don't even see the difference
Prime
between those two
Minister Julia
pictures.
Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The World Council should make no mistake. This blockade and the illegal sanctions it seeks to enforce.
I think she's not going to
war
swear,
and will be
so
treated
nothing
as
to worry
such.
about here.
Any incursion, however slight, into our territory will be met with swift and deadly force. You have been warned. You have been warned.
Three's a crowd. It seems the celebrity wedding of the decade
Oh, okay.
might have been a touch busier than expected. In a photo leaked today, it appears the union of football star Johnny Hamsleeves and his bride Tiffany Lamore may have had a few uninvited guests. Hundreds lined the street to celebrate with the happy couple. Eyewitnesses say a cheer went up as the blushing bride passed by in her carriage, shaped like a bacon sandwich, which is said to be either a protest against the meat industry or a mix-up at the carriage factory.
What?
In it to win it. Exciting news from Advance today.
Oh,
The announcement of a new
what are they
monthly
doing
prize
up
draw
here?
for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by,
I mean, we are never
pretty
going
soon
to win it.
Everyone's going to have one. Flawed-hearted. A shocking inspection of Remington Smith's new flood factory has revealed health concerns that could leave the groundbreaking facility's future in doubt. After the public's lukewarm response to the industrial plant, the troubling report that found a possible long-term risk to shop floor workers could be the final nail in the coffin. CEO Sophia Remington, however, was optimistic that her employees would remain loyal. And judging by these pictures, she may be right, as workers seem to be ignoring the warnings and returning to work. It looks like it's business as usual in Grizzleford. Perhaps the reports are unfounded, or perhaps, like Shark Ballet, plants are just simply worth the risk. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Progress today for the stranded scientists of Dante's Taint, as the captain leading their rescue mission is announced. The trapped team have survived in the cave system for many months now.
Are they still not out of the cave?
Is announced by the Board of Underground Theoretics.
It's been like 1 year.
With decades of
What?
experience, training and knowledge, Captain Audrey Aerospace is said to be the only real choice to successfully save the troubled scientific excursion, but an unfortunate one to be sat next to at a dinner party or social occasion. Burning down the house? The capital was put on high alert last night after disrupt terrorists set an emblematic fire in the heart of Parliament Park. Violent conflict broke out at the demonstration after a mob of so-called protesters from the radical group launched an unprovoked attack on community cohesion officers in attendance. While the burning fist of resistance certainly seems a powerful image in these difficult times, fire officials were
Well,
quick to contact
we're really trying to
them
play it
and not
even.
arrived in time, and I
You're trying to play something for the men and play something for the disruptive.
all this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship, and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay, we still have 9 minutes to go. Well, at least there's no like other like disturbances wrong. What is Megan doing?
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there? How's the weather
It's
there?
absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns of the University of Princeton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Okay, I hope they don't swear.
It's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating. Isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
Blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington Smiths.
Oh.
All thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdotes. Oh, here we go. And, as expected, everything is absolutely...
Hey, please.
Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
But actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
We need to evolve gills within 40 years. Here it just says, shit.
Look at you! This is meant to be a celebration! Can't go around looking like that.
Shit.
There you go, much
shit.
better. Can I just say
What?
thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this?
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running out.
Running out, absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just
What?
one opinion on the planet.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolf. Here with science. I'm Megan Wolf. Back to you. Here with science.
Megan Wolf there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, let's over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's Team Membership Lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy.
Okay,
I'm here in
that's
Scritchford
another
with Gary
reporter.
Felsey, a janitor at the local school, and
Oh, they are the
Amelia
prize
Blackhammer,
winners.
an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this
Okay,
week's
it's just please don't swear too
prize.
much.
How do you feel? Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient. But we're all dying to know. What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julia Salisbury. at
What?
one of the capital's
Okay.
finest restaurants.
I'm very happy that I probably wouldn't
I've
get
been
drawn to
invited
this.
Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds.
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh.
I like to keep them intact for my collection.
How unexpected.
I don't polish turds. I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary,
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his down pan?
there's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I
It's just so boring.
Of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that. Really?
What?
Are you all right?
Yes, it's coming. It's coming. It's inspiration, and it's delicious.
Right you are. Right you are.
Today on the show, there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Yeah, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous. It's really lovely texture.
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
Oh, please.
What are you looking for? Take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
Like, they're not even swearing. Why am I still here? I'm like doing nothing at all. And it's actually still very boring. I don't want to listen to it.
Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are.
Oh
and
my
finally
god.
in this segment,
The other reporter is even more, I don't even know what to
smelliest town
say.
in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford.
But at least like this segment is easy. Like this segment you don't have to do anything very complicated to like go back and forth.
It really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate. You've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the sting?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you. Can tell that look at him, proud of punch, yeah? Do you know what it's like, son? Being in the second smelliest town, living in the shadow of Arseminster. I smoke.
Oh, okay, I know you are going to
Laughing
swear.
now, eh?
Well, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now,
sounds good at all.
line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably a few valves on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions, then focusing on
What?
inhibition.
Cops, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
Next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
That's not really a problem. I've sung him a life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know what?
Okay, I know how you want to see it. I'm not going to switch to another channel now.
Undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Oh, man.
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
No, Dottie? Was that you, Dottie? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels. Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Barry. with a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak. When we come back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public.
Okay, let's play the first ad because I think that's required.
Unless, of course, you've got something better to do.
This next section features a potentially controversial guest.
We always have a controversial guy.
Off topic. You've done a great job so far keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work. Don't forget about that pesky power button on the fan.
200 fucking degrees in here.
What power on the
I
fan?
can't do this anymore.
You say this every.
I mean, already turned it off.
What do you mean? Jeremy?
With these newfound luxuries,
My mic is still.
new opportunities for those who have put the needs of the team before their own. From this
Okay, we got an A+ for the first one. I mean, the first one is basically free, so it's also... that's also relaxing. We can do a lot worse in the second and third
Doing an
time.
interview with the War Minister, or a report from Grantham Downs. Even the weather will be more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe. It's something like to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot.
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jenny. I've had enough.
Oh,
That's it. This is just.
I don't know what kind of controversy they are going to talk about. And I always hate it.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the Territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by 3 guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and
Oh.
hardcore pornography.
What?
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Oh, please.
You tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
What? I don't think that's a good way to do it.
Deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
Wait, please.
So far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come on, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What is the controversy?
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hot. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet?
No.
Or a sellout cunt?
Just remind
I don't even. I can't do it.
If this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause.
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13.
Yeah, my mind is.
No laugh half. What did I say before the show?
It was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say.
Wow, we may have to end that dialogue. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. And Ginger Tammy won a world-class pair of penalty balls. Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go.
Not
you.
Unhand him at once. Enough!
Wait, are you just fighting the what?
Enough!
What are you doing?
What?
I'm not to piss myself.
Alex,
Don't you dare!
Alex,
Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. You in the broadcast centre. Both of us will escape. You listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio.
I think this is a lot more dramatic than I thought.
I've been thinking about it for a long time.
I mean, Jeremy is not a.
Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lost.
I mean, everyone's loving it apparently, but it's just
We are on the brink of
it's just I don't know.
in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gate, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's pretty much like he's like having. I don't know.
Get the fuck out of my studio. Go on.
But please, don't swear. Okay, just don't swear. If you want to say it, just say it.
Jenny, lock the doors. Jenny, lock the doors.
Yes,
Lock
Jeremy.
the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Good. Yes. Now. Good. Right. Yes. You in the broadcast centre. You in the broadcast centre. You listen to me. Alex. You pay attention. Listen to me. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today's going to be a little bit different. Look to your right.
What?
Really, look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of your machines. And when I say so, and not before, you play it. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. All cameras.
I assume you won't be playing that tape. This station does not negotiate with terrorists. I hope I've made myself clear. You seem to know what to do.
Every single thing.
Oh, I forgot to silence it.
It's either one-sided or banal. We're going to show the other side for a bit of fucking balance. Are the good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape. I don't want to hurt
Oh.
any of you. If I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start.
The
Reset the system for the third
The
step.
problem is like everyone is already getting into trouble. I don't think I can do anything about it already. Oh, this is actually A+. I think the last part is going to be
No advance are lying to you. You know the elderly are not a burden. You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership.
I mean if we don't have freedom of press, then let's just pretend we have it by like broadcasting both sides. I mean, we don't have it anyway. I don't have any wages, so I cannot have that kind of freedom, but I mean neither side is really paying me enough to join their side anyway, so let's just make it fair. It's not fair anyway. So.
My name is Alan James.
Wait, Alan James
I used
is.
to try and shock people for a living, for entertainment. But now
It's
we live
him.
in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up.
Well, I don't like that person, but I don't think I have to like that person to say like the opposite is wrong. So.
They will euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will
Like,
turn our
if both
children
sides are
into
wrong, then just
we
play
voice
both
our
sides.
concerns.
How
You
long?
don't have to accept it.
Jeremy, please.
How
Many people already
long?
won't.
17
You can
seconds.
resist.
Wait, Jeremy is still there.
Still locked?
Find us.
Yes.
Talk with us. Join us.
So what now?
It isn't hard.
I don't know.
We're everywhere.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had a speech, look. But this was unexpected. This was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy? So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off. It was supposed to be your day off.
Please, don't do any more stupid things today. Please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long, Jenny? How
We're
long?
already live.
We're already live.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Welcome back to the National Joining me, unexpectedly, for I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News, and is someone I consider, well, a friend. And next to her is, what's your name? What's
Andy.
your name? Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official. He's a community
Officer.
cohesion official. Sorry.
It's community cohesion officer, CCO.
And how's that feel, Andy?
CCO.
Being rebranded? Being
It's,
rebranded?
It's good. It's not about confrontation anymore. It's not about confrontation. The force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
Say.
Couldn't or
I
wouldn't?
don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you?
Oh, please don't swear.
Jenny, back to you later.
I don't want to be on the news, Jeremy. Don't want to be on the news.
Yeah, I think Jeremy shouldn't do this to her. I mean, she's...
That's perfectly understandable. Who'd want to do this?
I mean, if Jeremy wants to do his thing, like, that's his thing. Just don't... Like, Jenny is... Like, Jenny has always been here.
Why did you join the National Nightly News?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? Yes, but why the National?
Because we are supposed to be free.
It was the news everyone trusted.
Yeah, we're supposed to be trusted by everyone.
Do you really want to quibble
But we cannot do it.
Is there something else you'd rather discuss? Is there something else you'd rather
Big
discuss?
Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring. Elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring. I saw your face when that hood came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about
Yeah.
the message, not the messenger.
Yeah, Jeremy...
Message, not the messenger.
I think Jeremy is having a very similar
I didn't know.
reaction as me.
He wasn't there.
Like, Jeremy...
I'm sorry. But seriously. I'm sorry.
Oh, please don't.
James. You're flushing your life down the toilet for flushing your life down the toilet. I love you, Jeremy, but
He's a good speaker.
Yeah.
He's popular in the country.
But, I mean, Jeremy doesn't have to defend him. Like, well, I mean, he's speaking right now. I'm not speaking. That's why he's
There is still
defending him.
something
But
deeply wrong. There is still something. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you know it, Jenny. And you at home, you know it too. And you at home, meanwhile, you know it too. I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit. And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not sophisticated, but what a metaphor.
I mean, Jeremy is not a stupid guy.
Way into oppression.
Yeah, I don't want to mute this because I think he should be able to say it. But please don't swear. Please don't swear.
What are
Okay.
all those scientists working on at Grentham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have?
Yeah, I want to broadcast this.
There's other forms of
That's happening to me. So,
How long?
like,
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you.
please, don't do
You
it.
read these cards with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
I don't understand.
Do you want my help, Andy?
Yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
Don't do.
What?
Eat it. Eat the fucking news, Andy.
Please.
Or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking idiot.
Jeremy, stop. I will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that.
Yeah.
Don't make me watch that.
I mean, Jenny still has some sense at least. I think Jeremy is going very.
Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
But it's already too late.
Sorry, everyone.
I mean, I don't think.
You can put the card down now, Andy. You can put the card down now, Andy.
Like, it's no way fair to like for Jeremy to like kind of get angry for. Don't. Just they are like innocent people. Don't do that.
All cameras on me. This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over?
You still have 5 minutes. Don't do
How many
it.
people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again. If you care. Again. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions?
I mean,
Whose seat is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves. Anyway.
I don't know. I hate seeing people like this, like just like good, or at least like not bad people, like sacrificing themselves for something that's totally shouldn't be there.
We are all up shit creek with a
But that's
common
like-
of Alan fucking James. Christ is also fucking pointless. I was gonna quit. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight.
I don't think he can get
Having a
out
relationship.
anymore.
I hear they're nice. Having a relationship. Never tried it. I never tried it. I loved the news. And now, well.
God, Jeremy, don't!
I've
Yeah,
tried my best to be
don't.
honest with you.
Don't do that.
This just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry. I've lost this fight.
Alex, think of the consequences.
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show this. Cut to the ad.
Yeah, I'm going to cut to the ad. I don't want to show people this.
This summer, your little ones deserve a treat.
I want to know what happened though. Okay, we got actually 3 A+. That's quite nice. But I don't know. Well, yeah, that doesn't be angered. I don't even care. I mean, Jeremy is the one that really loves the news, I think. I want to know what happened. Wait, why I can't? I want to know what's happening.
How long?
Jeremy, please.
How
long?
Yeah, I'm going to like skip over, but I'm not sure if I can skip over. Yeah, I'm going to mute off this, but just to skip over. I hope Jeremy don't really like kill himself. I also hope it was not a mistake for me to go to the ads, because I feel like it might be. I don't know, I just feel like Jenny is a more sensible person and Jeremy is not at a very good mental state at all. Yeah, I want to know what's happening.
Cut to the ads!
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show this. Cut to the ads!
Oh, it's actually nothing? What? Actually nothing's here? Okay. I'm not sure if I want to play and let me play a bit more. I probably wouldn't finish, but let me play a little bit. Okay, we're going to talk about it, I guess. It's all I choose to. Wow, you can say the responsibility is theirs. It's not my choice, but it is my choice. I've known Jeremy for. Yeah, I know Charlie. I know Charlie doesn't agree, but it's okay. Because Charlie has joined Advanced, that's why. I mean, he has his viewpoint and I have mine. And mine, I mean, Charlie doesn't know Jeremy, doesn't know Jenny, doesn't know all these people. So. Yeah, Sam is really nice. He's supporting me. Oh, okay. Yeah, cannot please everyone. It's just I know that at some point my mother is going to get hurt if I continue to, I don't know, continue to please the man. Okay. At least Susie is having a good time, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a nice trip, but how will she feel when she comes back? I don't even know. Oh, there's actually not a lot of events there.
It's Bozeman here. Hope all's well with the family. Just a heads up, we're expecting those troublemakers at Disrupt to attempt to hack the channel during the broadcast, so keep an eye on the interference screen and stay out of the orange. Let's keep the news on the air. It's important, now more than ever.
Screaming at some pensioners while they try and fashion a nutritious meal out of a can of condensed milk, a cow's tongue, and some rhubarb. Not one to miss.
So, Julia's team have asked me to ask you to keep it light. Well, what does that mean? It means to do that thing you do where you turn politicians into humans. Just don't get drawn into talking about the war or politics in general. They do know this is the news, don't they?
For all the day's sports board highlights, including all the tabletop action.
Apparently, there's a crew at Team HQ right now.
Okay, now it's Megan.
Oh, great. So they get the brains and we get the performing monkey.
Followed at 9:25 by our unsettling
Sometimes you sound just like him, you know.
Which tells the cautionary tale
How
of
are you?
one brave young lady's battles to survive the cruel administrations of our neighbours.
It
At
is what it is.
11:25, it's Incisors.
It
And
is what it
tonight, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey
I'm
will be
listening
getting
to
his
you now.
teeth into Fiona from Hamble Bamblebury, who has
10
invented
seconds,
a tasty
everybody.
twist on the humble biscuit. And that takes us, after the weather and public information,
Going in
round,
5,
into our
4,
But first
3.
tonight, it's time to join Megan and the team for the National Night.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 140th day of war. Our main headlines tonight. Company of Heroes. Skirmishes on land and sea again today as our armed forces tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade.
Advance's strategy of multiple small-scale incursions into the disputed zone is certainly keeping the enemy on high alert, unable to work out where or when the next strike will come. Proud parents throughout the territory find themselves ever more impressed by the bravery and commitment of their incredible children and the job they're doing keeping supply lines open against all possible odds. Don't starve. Advance's food programme moved from strength to strength today as rationing depots were opened in the last remaining unfed areas of the territory. The rationing depots have been constructed in record time, and the government's agricultural coordination strategy has seen shelves restocked with increasing regularity. However, with the reported rise in mental and physical health issues since the imposition of the blockade, critics have questioned whether those smaller communities which are only now starting to receive help could have been better and quicker served. 7 days to die. The recent decision to allow those with long-term health conditions to access transition centres has today been declared an overwhelming success. Previously available only to those in their final years, the expansion of the service has been met with relief by the many organisations calling for it to be opened up to the wider community. With dwindling medical supplies leaving many of our most vulnerable facing chronic pain, it can come as no surprise that the transition centres have found themselves stretched to capacity. Populace. More than 11% of the population
I just don't want to say anything.
failed to register for a team membership card, a worrying statistic given that the cards are a legal requirement from midnight tonight. While applications are still open for those who like to run fashionably late, they can expect a few tricky questions from Advance. Start me up. Disrupt spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today in the northern city of Mankipool. Large crowds gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt are still able to capture the public's imagination. A representative from the Mankipool Community Cohesion Team described the event as mostly peaceful, but it looks like Disrupt aren't going quietly into the night. And finally tonight, our mutual friend. Bail was denied in the High Court today for shamed former National Nightly News anchor Jeremy Donaldson. The presenter will be transferred to new lodgings at Pension Ridge Prison, while the lengthy preparations for his trial, which is still 18 months away, begin. Following his very public breakdown on this programme 10 weeks ago, the once-loved presenter was disarmed and taken into custody by the Community Cohesion Team. Let's hope doctors can help the once great man. But first tonight, with the war about to enter its 21st week, I'll be chatting with Peter Clement live in an exclusive team talk.
I know he's going to swear.
Don't go away. You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
At least only have 4 minutes. I really hate that person.
I'm thrilled to say I'll be chatting with mega pop star Lil C, who's going to be treating us to a world premiere of her new single.
Oh,
and then after that, in part 3, we've got something new I promise you won't want to miss. But first tonight, let's check in with Prime Minister Peter Clement, who's coming to us through the magic of television all the way from his home in Lanfordshire. Are you receiving me, Prime Minister?
Loud and clear, Miss Wolf. Loud and clear.
Let's start with the obvious. What's that in your hand, Prime Minister?
Cheeky cow.
What is that?
It's true. 75 days without an alcoholic drink, and I've got to say, I'm beginning to feel the benefits.
It certainly looks that way.
Well, I made a promise to Mrs. C, and as my old man used to say...
a promise is worth keeping?
Something like that, only with assholes.
So, I've heard from my sources that you and the illustrious Mrs. C plan to take your winter break somewhere a little different this year.
That's right. We're planning a walking holiday right here in the territories, which is different for us because, like you...
What kind of thing is that a signal doing? Is it going to be hacked?
Did you make this decision because of the blockade, Prime Minister?
Well, now that's a good question. Well, as you know, while the blockade has effectively restricted the flow of goods into the country, we and our neighbours have continued to allow unimpeded travel for business leaders, ministers and such. So, although me and the missus could theoretically go to that gorgeous beach I just mentioned,
It just doesn't smell much like team spirit to me. After all, as my old man used to say, when life gives you shite, make shite pie.
It works just as well with lemons and lemonade.
I suppose it does.
Prime Minister, maintaining a healthy body like yours at a time of national crisis must require some demanding planning. What's your regime and how do you go about it all?
Well, the truth be told, it's all down to Claude, my infinitely patient personal trainer. He's a man with a plan. I'm just the prat with the fat.
Wow, on that very subject, how are you and Mrs. C handling living on rations?
Well, let me tell you, Megan.
They are probably not
when I worked for you
affected
backstage
at
for your
all.
Patrick Brannan's dad, did you know I did that?
I think everyone knows that, Prime Minister.
Well, what you probably didn't know was that Graham Bannon was a right tightwad, paid the bare bloody minimum and still found every possible excuse he could to dock your pay even further. I remember he once docked me a whole £5 for having an unacceptably smelly lunchbox type bastard. Anyway, what I'm saying is back then I ate a lot less than I am now, even under rationing. We all did. And let's face it, there are still plenty of people in this country who could afford to lose a little bit of weight.
What are you implying? No, but seriously, Prime Minister, we know you're very busy, but one final question, if I may.
Oh, go on then.
When you get home from a long day, your head full of the territory's hopes and fears, what music do you listen to when you work out to take your mind off things?
Well, I know I've got a bit of a reputation for being an old fuddy-duddy, but I'd be lying if I didn't say there's something about Lil C that just demands one's attention.
He's doing the little
Prime
advertisement.
Minister, because she is going to be talking and performing live after the break.
Oh, I'll be watching. After all, as my old man used to say, everything's a treat on a boring Friday with nothing but the wind up your shunt.
It's Wednesday, Prime Minister.
I think the expression still stands.
Peter Clement, thank you for joining me. I don't know about you at home, but I think there's something kind of inspirational there. I know I feel safer. When we come back, Lil C is going to be giving us the debut performance of her new single, and I'll be getting to meet her. As her biggest fan, I don't mind telling you, I'm pretty excited. Don't go away, we'll be back.
Yeah, I also have to play this ad. I don't want to. I have to.
Gripping stuff.
Was that even news?
I think you forgot to ask him what his favourite number is.
Oh, I must have forgotten that in all the excitement.
So assuming it's
I mean, I think Megan.
in that milk, I reckon it's the tears of his enemies.
You are one disturbed individual.
That's how I cope.
Megan is, I don't know, I feel like she's really getting more similar to Patrick Jeremy right now.
We will not cower or avert our eyes at the sight of injustice.
I don't even know.
You'll no doubt have spotted the updated mixing disc. You'll need the new buttons during the next sections. First, we'll need applause when the guest enters and before her song. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
Yeah.
As a team, we have built world-leading scientific and cultural communities. As a team, we have kept our people well fed throughout this war. Because, as a team, we cannot fail to thrive, even in this most challenging of times. And one day, soon now, when this turbulent
I've never heard of her before.
Oh, she's big, really big.
Really? Is she any good?
Probably start on Megan, I think.
The kids go mad for her, absolutely mad.
Live in 10 seconds.
Hang on, Colin, you've got kids.
Yeah, I've got about 6 or 7, I think.
What?
5, 4, 3.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest. She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children's Men, before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album smashing the chart records at the age of just 20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C! May I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, Dave. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
What's the regime?
My manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water and then having the leaves sucked out of you while you sleep.
Wow, is that healthy?
Oh, well, look at me, Meg. The leaves are my only nourishment.
Yep, they certainly are. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a super fan, so I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
Oh, bless you. I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good to know. So your first album, F My Face Together.
Oh, please, I feel like I'm going to mute a lot.
It just exploded. I mean, what was that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the papers and the magazines. Overnight, I went from that, like, annoying little girl from that show to that, like, sexy little girl from that show.
Wow. That must have been bizarre.
Not really, it was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course. I mean, the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jean Short. I didn't know you'd been estranged.
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
So, this newfound explosion into your popularity, I mean, did that change your life?
Well, I had to start wearing, like, nicer underwear, you know, for the paparazzi, but as my manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
Is that right? So, what's the album about?
So I thought it was about, like, how pretty and great I am, but actually it's about monetizing youth, I think, or about, like, promoting an unrealistic standard of beauty or something.
Your manager again?
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Oh, do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yeah, it's from my album Put It In My A Together and it's out tomorrow.
So soon, after the last one?
Oh yeah, I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview. See, this is called Cry for Help and it's going to be in all the best high street and retailer shops and it's out now. So girlies, you know what to do. Scream and cry until somebody gets it for you.
Ooh, there she goes. Blimey. All these projects, they're keeping you very busy, aren't they? It must be tough.
I don't even know I'm here.
And I hate it sometimes, and I hate myself. I just want to, like, cry into a bath of root veg. But then I think thousands of girls would do anything to be me, so I must be quite lucky.
Well, you know you don't have to do this, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do think that sometimes. Most nights, between, like, my 4th vodka and the 8th time a stranger slaps me around the arse, I think things could have been different, you know, like, better. But I don't know. I love doing autographs and having somebody dress me and tell me what to wear.
Did you always want to do music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I'd sit in front of the radio, and as soon as my favourite girl group would come on, I'd press record on my cassette, but then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off and to go back upstairs and start practising again.
Sorry, is your dad your manager?
Yeah, which can be tough, and sometimes when it gets really hard, he'll say, make Cragler proud and you might just survive childbirth.
Well, you know what, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
And on that problematic note, you're going to be singing your song for us soon, aren't you? Tell me about it.
So it's called These Babies Gonna Bring You Home, and I actually got sent the lyrics in the car on the way up here. But you know what? It's actually all right. And don't worry, all my work is team approved.
All right then. Well, you can go and get ready for that. We'll see you in a little bit. It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to
I think it's very problematic, to be honest, but I think...
Here's Lil C with an exclusive first performance of her new track, These Babies Gonna Bring You Home. Take it away.
It's the Force's favorite, the Queen of Teams, here to break in your blockades, Lil C.
I never get this right. I'm just doing random, some like random switch.
Can't you see I'm hungry? There's a place in me that's empty.
I just don't get any feel of like how to do this kind of thing.
Crack in me. I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here, boy. I got no agenda. Just want the team and me. No dirty foreign river. Don't stop.
Well, I also hope you guys don't swear. But anyway.
That ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud when you do your country proud. I ain't no Vickers, but a common skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So let them try and break our dream. We fight a love and die a team. So what a Peter Clemens boys can come
What?
and use me as a toy. I wanna see some action.
What?
So come and break my sanctions.
I wish I have to censor this song actually. I think this song is so much more problematic than the one I had before.
I've been
What?
wild and free since Mama burdened me. She was only 53, but gave to save her family. But there's no
Why is this approved? This doesn't look like it should be approved at all.
Don't die alone, this baby is gonna bring you home. I ain't no Vickers, but a common skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pour me like an enemy soldier.
I really wish I don't have to play this. This is something that's the I don't know.
So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy and pick me up?
Oh, I mean, this part is not family friendly at all, and it's not because of like all the weird like political reasons or people swearing. Like this song is very problematic. Yeah, this is not family friendly at all. Like that's why like every time I think I consider maybe like streaming like not for broadcast is not that a good idea. Like this is like so problematic, like so many different levels. I just
Well, if that doesn't distract you from the world outside, I don't know what will. I'd like to thank Paul C for doing that. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll finally be revealing the new segment of our show that we just know you're going to love. We'll be back right after.
Oh my god.
And we're out.
Every time I have I don't even know why I'm going through this.
Can I just say, thank you so much for letting me do this. It really means a lot to me, you know.
Yeah.
To be able to promote myself on such a mainstream platform like the news.
Well, don't worry about it. And you know what? Good luck for the future. Take care of yourself. This industry can be crazy sometimes. Watch out for that father of yours.
Oh, no. I manage myself. It's just, you know, for the public to have that certain perspective. You know what it's like.
Oh, right.
And Michael?
What was
Michael?
What about Billy Bob Jeanshaw? Is he?
Oh, my dad. He's such a sweetheart. We both had the same agents, you know, like it just made sense. Both of us for our image together.
Wow.
And Michael, I want to see the revenue share for the clothing line and get me a G&T before my meeting with the lube guys. But they say for your pleasure, I'm going to stop needing it.
This next section will need to use all 4 of the sound effects to help things along. Try and pick the most appropriate one at each given moment. The actors can't hear what you're doing, so they'll be trusting you to make the right choices.
Well, as it said in your writer.
Do I look like the sort of person who counts things? No, not anymore. I'm better than that now. I'll tell you what, just keep adding flowers until it feels like 12. Got it?
Absolutely, right away. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Thanks for joining us for part 3. We've been teasing you about our new feature all night, and now the wait is finally over. I can reveal that every night on the show, we'll be treated to an episode of an informative and hilarious new segment called The Notice Board. It stars some top talent and we're very excited about it. But before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys.
Why is he still here?
I go by Jeff de Plume now. How'd you like that?
Oh, yeah, very fancy. I suppose you need a new name now that you're a
Okay.
successful artiste.
Well, exactly. I'm earning enough to pay taxes now.
Oh.
It's shit.
And how does Angela feel about all this? Your wife. Your wife.
Oh, God, no. No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now. We were married last month.
What?
Norm de Plume.
Yeah.
And why did you write this? What was your inspiration?
Oh, well, I received a telephone call offering me 25 grand to write a pro-team sitcom. And I heard my father's voice. It said, Jeff, you listen here, boy. You make
He's a very natural actor.
You wring every penny you can get out of this.
I think I'm so
I
glad
wheeled
that
out to
Jeremy
transition
isn't
centre,
here.
got out my typewriter and started clacking. That's a shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
Surely you're not this stupid, Alex. That's much better. Keep going like that and you'll do fine.
Why do I have to clap? I don't even want to.
Good morning, Miss Craven.
Oh, morning, Ray.
Everything all right, Mrs. Craven? You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
Oh, Ray, it's those young louts. They've vandalised my shop again.
No!
Yes! They've written all sorts of obscene language and crude pictures, and I know it's those damn youths.
I don't know. It could be the vicar at closing time.
I'm just worried they won't ever become productive members of the community. What if they never see
Still
the
8
error of
minutes.
their ways and end up as social outcasts, such as shoplifters or bong rats?
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very supportive community, and I'm sure that in time they will fit into this society like this key into this lock. See? Works like a charm.
What a lovely way to put it, Ray. And just like that, we can unlock their future.
Yes, yes. Wow! Look at all the letters in my collection today.
This is like really awkward acting. I don't even know what to say. And I don't know why this is like better than. Oh, sorry, I missed one.
What? This one? Oh, so you're right. Here it is.
It's a letter from my granddaughter, Brenda. She says she got an A on her maths exam because one of her friends has been helping her. She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
What's up, losers? What's up, losers?
Oh, no. It's
I don't even know how I missed that. I thought.
tallest guy in the
But anyway.
That's right. I just got here on my motorbike.
Oh, clear off, Brad. We don't want any of your ilk around here.
What? Rad dudes?
No, ruffians. Have you come to tag the notice board with your gang signs?
No way. I've actually come to pin my resume on that notice board. I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What did you say? Tutoring?
That's right. Maths is very important. Would you mind, Ray?
Not at all.
This is so cringe. I don't even know what's the point of like this. They think this, like, and they talk like 10 minutes long.
And not just
I can't.
urinating on churches or huffing glue.
Hey, I haven't huffed glue for months.
Well, blow me down!
You know what? We misjudged you based on how young and cool you are, and not on your actions.
No doy.
So it wasn't you who vandalised my shop last night or called me a rancid old crone from the back of a chopper?
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
Okay.
There? I thought for a minute there that you said Brenda.
I did, you daft old sow.
Did you hear that, Ray?
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect you as a man.
Put her there, Ray. Oh, what the heck? Give us a hug.
Oh, okay. Something's getting hacked here. No, it's a blackout. Electricity is down. Okay, I guess that's it. Wait, can I still do anything? No, I can't do anything.
Sorry to interrupt the first groundbreaking episode of the notice board, but we are receiving some breaking news.
What are they doing?
I'm being told we are picking up reports from across the continent of what appear to be what appear to be nuclear explosions in 4 major foreign cities.
What's going on?
Initial estimates put the death toll into. Put them into millions.
Who did that?
I'm being told we're experiencing some power.
Yeah, I mean, power shortage is not even a thing like compared to like nuclear explosion. What's going on?
And apparently we can go live now to team headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julia Salisbury any moment. Yes, let's go to that now. Yes, let's go to that now.
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world. Minutes ago, operatives working for Advance detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major cities across the continent. We have similar devices in 58 other urban centres.
This is basically terrorist.
Hesitate to detonate them if our conditions are not met in full and without delay.
It's terrorism.
The people of our territory will no longer tolerate your illegal and genocidal blockade.
No, but like this is the nuclear weapon is.
We will accept nothing less than your unconditional surrender. Your territories will be taken under our control. We will install replacement governments to ensure that your citizens become part of.
Oh, now I guess the only thing we need to do is to convince ourselves that they are really that horrible.
Borders. Your people are our people. They will finally be fed and clothed and educated and healed.
No, I will never stand with such a terrorist like government.
For your privileged few, the moment that they feared is now upon them.
I mean, I know they were really crazy.
Allow me to be
but how could they be this crazy? Like that's.
If you fire a single shot
millions
at
of
our
people.
Territory, or harm a single one of our citizens, we will not hesitate to detonate further devices.
Yeah, this is blackmail. This is like terrorism.
You will
What's
not
going
find
on?
them. Though no doubt you are already searching for them. Our technology is decades ahead of yours.
Yeah, and that's like, is that a valid reason for being a terrorist?
Of our terms by midnight tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I think Megan is not going to stand this either. Jeremy has already like.
I don't really talk about my personal life in my job. It's not relevant or important.
So many of you may be surprised to learn that I have a brother. His name is David. And right now I can't get his stupid face out of my head. He's a researcher and he's currently traveling the continent for work. And I don't know where he is right now. And I should imagine that there are many of you sitting at home tonight digesting this news.
I mean, I think a lot of
You
people
also
are
have loved ones
in a
on
very
the
similar situation, so...
in Urkistan, or Havia, or San Palmerino, or...
Like my daughter, like how...
Or Konislava, which is where David was when I last spoke to him 3 days ago. So when I tell you I know how you are feeling tonight, believe me, I do. But I also know that there's a flow to events. I see it every day here. I know that although tonight it feels like we may be in a time of fear and darkness, we may actually be at the break of a new dawn. We don't know that yet. We can't know that yet, but together we will find out. And I will be here every night, feeling what you are feeling.
Yeah. I mean, Megan is certainly a fighter. Like, she's really a fighter. It may look like she's like doing all these like stupid interviews, but just, I mean,
my name's Megan Wolf.
She's at least a fighter as much as Jeremy. So.
And we're out. We've got people ringing around, but the telephone networks are overloaded. We'll find him.
Do we know exactly which cities were hit, or?
Megan. We will find him.
Okay, let's continue. I think that's it for today. Okay, we actually didn't do so bad. How could we get both of them to rise up? That's quite amazing. We managed to like please both sides, even if they are like the pole opposite. Okay, I mean that's it for today. The plot is making me feel like, I don't know. I mean, I think I feel less ambivalent because before I was not sure like if I should just stand on the revolutionary side or not. But now it's like everything is more clear. I'm very sad that we lost Jeremy. Like, I mean, Jeremy and Megan, like both of them are just like so important part of this TV. I don't know. I mean, I think we're going to know more about the other reporters later. At least I hope so. I hope Megan, like, I hope she wouldn't break. I'm just so afraid that we would lose her after we already like lost Jeremy. I hope we don't, and we're going to continue playing. Okay, so that's it for today. Probably no stream tomorrow, or I think, well, I suppose a short stream, so yeah. Probably on Thursday.